La, 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 la. Yeah. That's why I said to you that it's the tabaka. You have the rhythm. That song we're not gonna do. That song is way too complicated. Only men. Hmm? Khartoum. That's like impossible. You don't sing that song on Shabbat. It doesn't work. It falls apart. You need the song. Half the song is the music. La, 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 la. That's music.
I don't know on what part of the song.
Well, the beginning, the opening is la, 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 la. Anyway, we gotta talk about this. Yes, the playlist is happening. Sheila, the question of the day is: we're getting now. I'm feeling Elul in my veins. I'm feeling that Elul is coming. Silihot, Silihot. I'm rushing. Silihot is coming, guys. And so, therefore, the high holidays are around the corner. And so that's why I alluded to the question below, downstairs, about talking or reading Tehillim or singing after our amidah, after the private amidah, but before the Hazan starts the repetition. Is this allowed? What has it got to do with Elul? She'ela, question. We are in Halek He, the 5th book of Yechave Daat. We're on Siman 42, Membet. She'ela, the question is, Rabim nohagim lomar b'Rosh Hashanah of Yom Kippurim shaharit piyut Hashem shamati shemacha yareti. This beautiful song that we sing on the high holidays in Rosh Hashanah between the lahash, the silent amidah, and between the hazara. I was telling Yeshua downstairs, the halabim, we have the most beautiful ohilalayil. It's between also of musaf, the lahash and the hazara. So we're talking, we're singing, we're talking between lahash and hazara. That's the question. V'yesh, some. That's also a very good point. Mordechai is bringing an excellent point. Is it the Hazan or is it the crowd? Let's see. They say no, you can't talk, you can't even say Tehillim, you can't pray between Lahash and Hazara. Why? Because you have to have Geulah L'Tfilah. And the first Ga'al Yisrael has to be with the Tefillah of Lahash and also the Tefillah of the Hazara. You can't have anything in between. Okay, therefore, we'll say, don't do the songs on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, nothing, and Hazara. Should we have this minhag? Should we sing the songs or should we not sing the songs? There's a very obvious question, Nabotai. I think I was expecting to get this question. There's always one pasuk we say between Lahash and Hazara. Yeah. Adonai sefatai tiftahu fi yagiti latecha. This is not part of the amidah. Adonai sefatai tiftahu fi yagiti latecha. This is a pasuk in Tehillim. We say it as a preparation. Right. So the question is it kosher? Is it kosher? If we wanted to do, speeches to get people in the mood, can the rabbi give his dirasha between the lahash and the hazara? Where do you draw the line? We have to draw the line somewhere. Let's see where we draw that line. Teshuvah. Let's see where he goes. The question is it just completely subjective? Whatever you need to do between lahash and hazara, you do, if it makes you feel inspired, or are there hard rules? You can do X, but not Y and Z. Let's see. Shaarey Yerushalayim, the author of the Terumat edition, writes, Nish'al, I was asked, Hayim hazan shechozer tefillah shemona esrei, omer pasuk shomea tefillah, adecha kol basar yabo, this is Slichot, in Rosh Hashanah, shomea tefillah, adecha kol basar yabo, right? Shomea tehina. So should he say this? Ush'ar pesukim, that we say on the high holidays? So this is the question they asked the Terumat edition. Ve'yashiv, and he answered, Nir'eh, shepasuk Hashem sefatai tiftah, which is Tehillim, That pasuk he has to say. Why? Mishum she'amru b'berachot, we say in Masechet Berachot on page 9, Kivan dekabu ala amaram b'tefillah, kitfilah arichta damya. The rabbi said that before every amidah, every Shemona Esrei, we say Hashem b'savatay teftach. So officially, this pasuk in Tehillim has become part of the tefillah. Abal pasuk shomea tefillah ush'ad pesukim, all the other types of silichot, hoy luchbar amram kodem tefillah eno tzarich lahazor ulamram ben tefilat lahash lahazara. You don't, his were the words, in tzarich, you don't have to say these pesukim between lahash and hazara. You don't have to. It's a weird way to say it. Va'afil b'shahari shelo amad hashliach sibur pesukim elo kodem tefilat atzmo hadin ken delo mafliginam behachi. And so you shouldn't. It seems like he's saying you shouldn't say this pesukim. Only Hashem b'savatay teftach, and not any of the songs. The Uvav b'Beit Yosef. This is brought down in the Beit Yosef. V'dayak hamagen Abraham mashekatav she'eno tzarich lo'omram. The way he phrases it, you don't have to say these silichot. He doesn't say it's asur to say them. He says you don't have to say them. Mashma, it seems from here, ben lahash lahazara bepesukim rashai. So it seems from here that it's optional. If the hazan wants to say these silichot, he can say the silichot. If he doesn't want to, don't. כתב הפרי מגדים שאין השליח ציבור רשאי להפסיק בין תפילת לחש לחזרה אלא רק לדבר מצווה. The Pri Megadim says, if you're the Hazan and you finish the amidah, the silent, and before you start the repetition, you are only allowed to say pesukim for a mitzvah. You can't just talk idle talk. About the Debar HaReshut law. If it's just regular speech, you cannot do. We're talking about the Hazan, not the people in the crowd. This is the Hazan we're talking about. Ulam b'sha'ar kavanot, which is written by the Arizal. He writes, Pasuk Adonai hu ha'Elohim she'omrim ahar siyum b'tiflat ne'ilah. This pasuk after ne'ilah we say it 7 times, and then Hashem Melech 7 times. Right? 7 times Hashem Melech, Shema Yisrael, Baruch Shem. Not all of them 7 times.
Oh, in ne'ilah.
In ne'ilah, at the end of ne'ilah. No, not Shema Yisrael. Obviously, we don't do that 1 time. But everything else 7 times. We never say Shema Yisrael twice. Yeah, and Baruch once. Everything else 7 times. So the Arizal writes, these pesukim that we say in ne'ilah at the end, really, it should have been said, really, the right place to say these things, that's the pump-up time of ne'ilah. That's when you get flying in the sky. When we repeat it over and over, it should have been before the hazara. That's the good place. Really, it should be. It shouldn't be after the tefillah is over. So why do we do it after the hazara? The atam, shomrim hazara, so that we shouldn't speak, even pesukim, even prayers, we shouldn't say between the lahash and the hazara.
Also, it's the best time for the hazan to time himself to get the shofar on time.
Right, which is nobody has ever threaded that needle before. So the Arizal says, Dafka, we're pushing it to the end because we don't want to even speak pesukim. So it seems like the Arizal is saying, don't say anything if you're the hazan, or maybe even the crowd. He doesn't say between. It's proven from here. Even in holy words, and you cannot talk between the silent and the repetition. That's musaf we're talking about. There's no ge'ulah l'tfilah by musaf. There's only ge'ulah l'tfilah by shachrit, Ga'al Yisrael, and the amidah by musaf. There's no ge'ulah l'tfilah. Is a Shubah Hashem. And so what's the big deal? What are you breaking by Musaf? No, still. You don't break the silent amidah and the repeated amidah. So there's the Arizal. The Gaon Ya'betz writes in the Sefer Mor Siyah, Sheyesh lehalek bazeh. We have to make a hiluk, a differentiation. Ben Shahrit le Musaf u'mincha. Shahrit is different than Musaf u'mincha. Like we just said, by shahrit, you can't talk in between the lahash and the hazara because you have to be misamech ge'ulah l'tfilah, Ga'al Yisrael. Abba b'shem musaf u'mincha, en hashash le'afsik b'nehem. Musaf, mincha, do whatever you want. There's no ge'ulah by mincha and musaf. This is what the Ya'betz. So far, it seems like the Hazan. Yeah, some of these poskim are not really clear if it's the Hazan or not, or the crowd. We'll get into it. These are the words of the Ya'betz. ולכאורה, מדברי השער הכוונות, if you look at the words of the Arizal, לא משמע כן. It doesn't seem like he agrees with the Yabetz. The Yabetz says, Musaf Minha, no problem. Arizal said, by Musaf, by Ne'ilah, you can't even do it. So it seems like according to the Arizal, the Hazan can never talk between the Lahash and the Hazara. The Arizal's words seem only for the Hazan. But regarding the rest of the crowd, if they want to say prayers or tiyanim or whatever, you shouldn't be so careful. If the people in the crowd that want to pray or say tiyanim or learn, it seems from the Arizal's words, it would not be a problem. We're only concerned that the Hazan shouldn't speak. It's only the concern is for the Hazan. The Arizal says the Hazan's going to be the one saying, Amonai hu ha'elokim. I don't like the Hazan saying this. The Hida quotes the Arizal and he says, Yahid shesiyam tefilato ve'adayin lo atchil hashliach tzibur b'tiflat hazara. If a regular person in the crowd finishes his amidah and the Hazan is still going, or the rabbi is still going, and they're just waiting because they're not doing the repetition until the Hazan or the rabbi finishes. Afa piken het gamur ledaber ben lahash hazara. The Hida says in the Arizal, a regular person in the crowd, it will be a sin for him to speak between his amidah and the Hazara. Hagaon Abihaim Palaji writes in Kaf HaChaim, Zeo dafka kishemafsik b'siha betela. This Arizal that says anybody in the crowd can't talk is only talking about nonsense talk, regular talk. Abba b'divrei Torah in lahush. If you're going to talk Torah, you're going to read Tehillim, you're going to read the Perashah. Even the Arizal would agree, says the Kaf HaChaim Palaji, even the Arizal would say it's allowed if you're a regular guy in the crowd, not the Hazan.
You finished and you're waiting for that.
Yeah, you're waiting. So you're sitting there doing nothing. You're wasting your time. Right? Like as I was saying. I'm sitting there waiting, doing nothing. So the Kaf HaChaim Palaji says, you can study, not the Hazan. The guy in the crowd can study. וגדולה מזו, יש להוכיח ממה שכתב באורחות חיים, בשם רבינו יונה, and like Maran Shulchan Aruch says, and these are the words of Maran Shulchan Aruch, לא יסיח שיחת חולים בשעת שהשליח ציבור חוזר לתפילה. No one in the crowd is allowed to speak during the hazara of the shots. V'im sah, if someone spoke, harehu hoteh, he's a sinner, v'gadol avono min neso, and his sin is greater than he can bear, v'go'arim bo, and he should be scolded. Very strong words for someone who talks inside the hazarat hashatz. Mashma, we see from this, sheben tiflat lahash hazara, between the lahash and the hazarat hashatz. Maran says during hazarat. So mashma between is allowed. And isumin adin, it should be allowed to speak between the lahash and the hazarat.
During applies to the entire Hazara or until
the whole Hazara. Hilkach, therefore, when he starts, it seems you should close the book. But we have to just clarify, because you just said keep looking. Is looking different than speaking? So hold on one second. Hilkach, therefore, you should be hoshesh, you should care about the other poskim who says you shouldn't speak anything. You want to study Torah, you want to learn Tehillim in this wasted time. Habu delo deosif ala. It's good. Check out the Petach David that says, Shevi divrei Amagen Abraham umurok si'ah. Bekatav, and he writes, it seems, she'en l'shliach sibur le'afsik b'dibur b'ntifel lahash le'hazara. The Hazan cannot speak. She'arei afil b'pesukim yesh hashash isur le'afsik b'natayim. But even for pesukim, a Hazan can't say anything. A Hazan can't say Tehillim or nothing. According to what the Arizal wrote, she'ayedei tiflat lahash ve'hazara na'asa yihud shalem. because we need Kabbalistically the lahash and the hazara of the hazan to be together to make a yirhud, to make a unification with no break in between. That's only on the hazan's account. Being ken.
Once you start that over there, the next speak was
I don't know. To Kabbal, yes, but not before. If the Hazama is saying Ashrei Yisrael, once the Shemona Esrei until to Kabbal, it's considered good. Hold on. Hold on. In Minha, let's say Minha. Minha and Arbi, Minha, it would be from the amidah. The Kabbal would be the finale of his amidah. That's where he goes back 3 steps, right? I don't know if I would go so far to say it's halacha, and the word asur is a tough word. I'm not sure I would say that word. I could be wrong. It's definitely not good to, but I don't know if I would use the word asur. We could look it up. Asur is a strong word. It's a long time. Yeah. I don't know if I would use the word asur, but I could be wrong. Let's look it up.
By the way, there's another later, but what about those who are the shatim and tatzibur? So you said don't joke during Shema, but many times, especially Chadi, you need to tell this guy this, the rabbi needs to tell you something.
I gotta be honest with you. I've never seen, I don't know everything. I've never seen a halakha that says if you're a Mesheret Tzibur, if you're on the committee, you're on the board, you have an exemption. I've never seen this halakha.
But and I take care of the tzibur. It's not because you're privileged, because you have a duty.
I don't know. I only can tell you what I read in the books. I go to lots of shuls, and in a lot of shuls I see the rabbis talking. And I don't know. I'm hearing myself talk even. I don't know. No, I never saw a heter for this. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a posek. Let's continue. How could you speak just random speech in between the lahash and the hazara? Even a regular person who finishes the amidah, and the hazara didn't start yet, and you finished, you cannot speak between lahash and hazara. We're talking about regular speech. Like the Hida writes in the name of the Arizah. If you look at his words and understand, you would see for a regular person, it would be allowed to say Tehillim, Divrei Torah, ben lahash lehazara. And the Sefer Harav Bet Obed would agree with this. Now, Hashem Shamati Shemechayareti. To say this song, who's singing the song between the lahash and the hazara on the high holidays? Who sings all the songs between the amidahs? It would be the crowd, according to Sfaradim at least. B'shaharit ben lahash the hazara. This is the Minhag in Yerushalayim. Uchmo Sha'id Harav going to be the Fe'el Aharon ben Shimon b'Sefer Nahar Mitzrayim, and he writes, Kivan she'apiyut ve'hanigun shalom me'orerim lev ha'adam l'tshuva. Since the songs inspire people to do teshuvah, they're very touching tunes on the high holidays. Make sure not the Hazan sings the songs, other guys in this crowd sing these songs. The Hazan has to be quiet. He cannot participate in any of these songs. The rabbi, the Fe'el Aharon ben Shimon, the author of Nahar Mitzrayim, big sefer. Okay. If he's in a shul where no one knows how to sing these songs, the Hazan's the only guy, no one else knows how to do it, then he says, fine, I'll let the Hazan say it, because it is like Mordechai was saying, it's inspiring the people, and so we're going to allow. This is the Sefer Nahar Mitzrayim. No, not that Arizal. Maharai, and the Magen Avraham, we already said, between Lahan and Hazara, like the Mishnah Berurah said, even though a lot of people argue. So it's a machloket. Can the Hazan speak? Some people say yes, some people say no. Going to be Abdallah Somech, who writes, She'en le'afsik klal ben ha'amidah la'hazara b'shum piyut. You shouldn't sing any songs at all between the lahash and the hazara. Ben b'shachrit, ben b'musaf. I think he was the rabbi of the Ben Ish Hai, of Abdullah Somech. B'shita zu omed, and who agrees with this? Gam ha'gaon Rabbi Yosef Haim, the Ben Ish Hai, that's his student. She'asur le'afsik af b'divrei Torah ben lahash le'hazara. He says nothing between lahash and hazara. And also agrees with this the Kaf HaHaim. ומה שהוכיח מדברי the other Kaf HaHaim, סופר. ומה שהוכיח מדברי שאר הכוונות, אינו מוכרח שיש לומר שזה רק לשליח ציבור ולא על יחידי הקהל. The Sefer Nahar Mitzrayim that we brought before, in the Sefer Nahar Mitzrayim, he said the other people in the crowd can sing Banat HaZan. שבמצרים נהגו לומר הפיוט בין לחש של מוסף לחזרה. In Egypt they did it according to his psak. But they didn't do it in Shachrit time. Only during Musaf they sang the songs of supplications and not Shachrit. And I think in our Sidud, Atano Lehalo Panecha, is that Musaf? Or do we have songs? I think Hashem Shemacha is but Shachrit also for us. I could be wrong.
I think it's Shachrit.
Mitam Simichut Geulah L'Tfilah L'Shliach Sibur. Af Sheyesh Lomar Sherosh Hashanah Yesh Le'achmid Yoter. Okay. He says on Rosh Hashanah, I'll summarize. He says, on Rosh Hashanah, you would say, yes, you're right. There is no Geulah L'Tfilah by Musaf and Mincha. What do you care about splitting? But there's Tikiot. The Tikiot. We start the Tikiot, the blowing shofar before, and we're finishing in the after. So you interrupt in the Tikiot. You're not allowed to talk in the middle of the Tikiot. And so he says, there's another reason why you shouldn't do it. Okay, I'm going to skip to the end. Ve'al kol panim, be'piyutim nir'eh shenichshavim ketfilah arichta. Maybe we can say the songs themselves are the same halacha as the pasuk Adonai Safatai Tiftach Ufiyagiti Latecha. It's also Tehillim, and it's called Tefillah Arichta, just part of a long Tefillah. Maybe the songs of the high holidays are also part of the Tefillah. It's a dohak, but he wants to say this. There is a reliance to the minhag that we have. Shemafsikim b'yamim hanoraim b'hazarat hashich sibur b'seder kiddushat sh'Rabbi Yehuda Halevi b'chaverav. We have during the high holidays this long kiddusha, kadosh, 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 of Rabbi Yehuda Halevi and his friends, right? And the Segana HaHazan says this, right? And so we interrupt the Hazara for this long kiddusha supplication. Shemekivan shehen me'en kiddusha, harehen kiddusha atzma. It's part of the kiddusha, even though it comes around only once a year. It has the halakha like it's part of the tefillah, and it's not a hefsek. Same thing by Hashem Safatai Tiftach. It became part of the tefillah. So therefore, the same thing should be for the songs. He wants to say that it should be the same halakha. B'shut vayikra Avraham karat tagar al mi shiroseh lebatel minhag l'mar sed kedushot haskalayil. In the Sefer Vayikra Avraham, he's very, very strong against people who want to take out this long kiddusha that we say on Yom Kippur. V'she'aseh ken avono yisa. He says someone who takes out this long kiddusha because it's a hefsek, he's making a sin. And the Sefer Hasidim writes, "Hameshaneh minhag harishonim shenahagu lomar piyutim ve'krobetz." Sefer Hasidim writes, someone who changes the minhag. The minhag used to be that we had all these songs and krobetz, which is called Yina Bishua Be'oleh Tzadikim. It's called krobetz. Called Yina Bishua Be'oleh Tzadikim. Who ober amash ne'amar lo tasik gebul olam asher garbelu rishonim. You cannot uproot what the earlier generations did. So if the custom has been around for hundreds of years, at least, to sing songs between the amidah and the hazara, the Bidah Hasi says, don't take the songs out. The finale is as follows. The Ramah writes, Shulchan Aruch, Al yishaneh adam minhag ha'id, afilu minigonim or b'piyutim she'omrim sham. The Ramah says, don't change the customs of your sidurim, even regarding the songs, leave them as the custom. In the Sefer Yosef Omes, he writes, Hagon HaRishon Tzion in the Sefer Mizbeach Hadamah says, Ma shira'u einai v'sham'u oznai, herem gamur she'eherim. Maran HaGadol, Avraham Yitzhaki, the Rabbi Avraham Yitzhaki made a herem, which is called in English, what's a herem? Is that the word? Ostracized? I think it's called something else. What's herem in English? Excommunication. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Just in time. Excommunication. Shelo leshanot shum minhag kadmon, not to change any old custom, afilu min bet kenishta lebet kenishta, even from one shul to another shul. Rav Chaim Palaji writes, לפיכך, במקום שנהגו לומר פיוט השם שמעתי שמך יראתי, בין תפילת לחש לחזרה. If it's the custom of the shul to sing this song between the lahash and the hazara, בימים הנוראים in the high holidays, whether it's shahrit, whether it's musaf, יש להם על מה שיסמוכו. They have what to rely upon. ואין לבטל מנהגם, and we should not start cutting out customs from what we do. שהמנהגם מיוסד על הנפז, והנח להם לישראל, leave the Jewish people alone. אם אינם נביאים, בני נביאים הם. If they're not prophets, at least they're the sons of prophets. So therefore, what do we learn from here? First of all, the songs might be a hefsek. What's the greatest time of hefsek possibility? Shahrit. The shahrit, we have Gal Yisrael, has to be next to the amidah. Minha and Musaf would be even less of a concern. However, the Arizal says that by Ne'ilah, we took those Pisukim and threw them after the Ne'ilah, which means the Arizal didn't like any hefsek between the Lahash and the Hazara. However, a lot of poskim hold that it is allowed. If it's the custom, it's like part of the tefillah. At the very least, the Hazan should not be the one doing the extra songs on the high holidays. The Hazan should be quiet. That's why we have two guys, one on each side of the Hazan. Let them do the extra songs, and the Hazan should remain quiet. What about us? Are we allowed to pray? Are we allowed to learn in between our amidah and the Hazara? Did we get a final answer on this? So, Yalkut Yosef, I'll read you the halakha ma'aseh. Hashem shamati shemach yareti. He says it. During the Hazara, we say only the Kiddusha of Rabbi Yehuda. In Shahrit. When do we? It's between Lahash and Hazara we say the song. Right, but the Hashash is that that's still breaking the original Gal Yisrael with the Hazara. That's the Hashash. Halakha ma'aseh. Yalkut Yosef. Yahid me'akahal. A regular person in the shul. Shesiyam tefilat Shemona Esther, that he finishes amidah. Asur lo ledaber, he cannot speak. Ben tefilat lahash, the hazara sheyosibur. He cannot talk regular speech between his amidah and the hazan's hazara. So you're no talking, even if you finished early. We're waiting for the hazan, we're waiting for the rabbi. No talking. Betov sheyayin besefer behirhur haleb. The best thing to do is to read a book with no words. Look with your eyes and read a book. This way, you're not wasting your time. You're studying, but you're not talking either. V'lo yashev batel. Don't just sit there doing nothing while you wait for the hazara. Ach tov shelo yotzi b'sfatav. The best thing is not to let words, even Torah words, leave your lips. So Tehillim would not be the best thing to do between lahash and hazara. Not the best thing to do. Still better than schmoozing. Especially in shuls where they take so long for the lahash, you wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes before the hazara. The hazan is just sitting there waiting for whoever it is they have to wait for to finish. You should really have a sefer ready, a handy book ready that you want to look at in between the time. Don't just sit there doing nothing. Even the Hazan himself, which we said he can't speak even Torah, the Hazan himself, the Hazan is not allowed to say Tehillim or Divrei Torah. Absolutely not. The Hazan, no way. He should look at the Sefer with his eyes also. Just looking with his eyes and thinking with his heart, Shapir Dami, very good for the Hazan to do. Then, once the Hazan starts the Hazara, Asur lilmod, you cannot continue reading, Afil bi'irhur, or even with the thinking and no speech. You should close the book. And so, halakha al-ma'aseh is, if you are finished the amidah and you're waiting, the best thing to do is to have a book handy that you read with no words. You don't know how to read, you don't have a book, you're not educated, all you want to do is Tehillim. Then, if you're in the crowd, read the Tehillim. It's not an avon if you're in the crowd to say the words. It's just better not to. The Hazan, absolutely not. Hazan cannot sit there and read Tehillim in between, only using the eyes. When Hazara starts is the hardest part. The hardest part is now you're engrossed and you got a good thing you're reading, and then the Hazara starts, you don't want to put the book down. And I'm guilty of this, definitely. And the ladies will probably sit down, can tell you I'm guilty of this. But the best thing to do is when the Hazara starts, you close the book and you pay attention to the Hazara. regarding the songs on Kippur. If it's the custom of the shul to do the songs, do the songs. By the way, sometimes the rabbis call regarding the schedule, we cut out the songs. And one time someone got upset at me. I was standing next to the Hazan, or maybe I was the Hazan that year. I don't remember. And we didn't do the song. Hey, you didn't do the song. And I'm thinking to myself, Hakam, it's even better we didn't do the song. According to Arizal, according to many poskim, it's even better we didn't do the song. So at the very least, if the shul cuts out the song, don't be upset they cut out the song. It could actually be a net benefit, and you get out earlier. Yalla, have a nice day. Aha.